It could be as simple as somebody's trapped or something is saving somebody's life. So the better the EOC, the better it is for our community. My name is Maurice Wright. I'm the Emergency Management Coordinator for the City of Hermosa Beach. A lot of things that I do is preparing for safety, contingency planning, standard operating procedures, so SOPs, managing contracts, and things of that nature. It's not there technology-wise, it's not there infrastructure-wise, it just needs an overhaul. And it's been a while since this has had this overhaul, which may cause a disaster or concern in the one room that we don't want a disaster or concern because we're trying to respond to said disaster. This should be functioning as well as possible. One, because we need everything we can get. Also, two, the better response we give to our residents, the better this place, the better the response. And it's not like it's just a one immediate thing. It's not like it's the first 8 hours. If it's a huge event, it's gonna be ongoing, day after day after day after day, until weeks. As you can see some of the natural disasters that we see in the news now, the better our EOC, the better it is for us to get assistance, the better it is for us to get help, the better it is for us to respond to our residents.
Hi, I'm Paul LeBaron. I'm the Chief of Police for the Hermosa Beach Police Department. The Emergency Operations Center is located inside the community center. It's actually up on the second floor in a corner. And so putting the Emergency Operations Center into the community center, which is an old and dilapidating building, creates a lot of concern about its ability to withstand the use and the needs of that Emergency Operations Center at the time that we actually have an emergency. The functionality of the Emergency Operations Center would serve a much stronger purpose if it was close to a public safety facility, in this case, the police station, the fire department, because the coordination that happens between the emergency operations planning in a significant event and what's going on at the police station and the deployment of resources needs to be very, very seamless. And that can't happen if the two places where people are meeting and making decisions are too far apart. And one of the things that we don't often consider is the fact that there could be some challenges with telephones and communication that we're dependent upon that may not be there in an emergency. If it was a natural disaster or something to that extent, we would rely exclusively on being able to communicate face-to-face. And so if the Emergency Operations Center is up at the top of the hill in the community center and the police station is a couple of blocks away, that creates some significant lag time, which could be catastrophic if an immediate decision has to be made on something. So one of the things in particular about the community center and its maintenance issues is the restrooms. The restrooms were never completed to support the operations during an emergency. And again, just talking about what type of an emergency, this is not something that happens on a day-to-day basis. This would be a massive event that would critically impact the city. And you would have emergency personnel, you would have elected officials, you would have city management at the Emergency Operations Center addressing the event, and it can last sometimes for days, even weeks. And so the community center would almost turn into more of an apartment building where people are living, where people are staying long-term, and the bathrooms and some of the other rooms in that building would not be able to support that type of an emergency. We've seen right here in Southern California, when there have been major emergencies in other cities very close to us, and they have called for help or they've needed help because they could not handle it on their own. And so you're going to get a response through mutual aid, through federal government, through regional partners that could include everything from SWAT and SWAT equipment, mobile command posts, search and rescue vehicles, drone operations, federal investigations, and just ongoing types of resources that would come in. And when they do that, they come in vehicles. And those vehicles oftentimes need a lot of room to deploy, set up, to respond to the incident. We don't have the footprint in order to have all of those vehicles come out. Sometimes you're talking about hundreds of vehicles, and there simply isn't the ability to house them with what we currently have. When there's a significant event, it triggers a lot of responses. So a couple of things that need to be thought through and considered and realized is that when there is an event like this, there's going to be significant media coverage. depending on the type of circumstance. That media coverage could be worldwide media coverage, which runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When the media brings in their equipment, these are satellite trucks that have to have a place to park, and they have to have a place to raise their antennas. The media themselves need a place to stage, and they need to have access to the decision makers and the public information executives who are going to be providing that information. So it's impossible to say, okay, the media staging location is going to be 2 miles down the road. It has to be close. The Emergency Operations Center is a critical function for the city and for our residents and our businesses that we don't think about much. But the moment we need it, it better be ready to go.